I mean, what do you even say at this point about the New York Yankees? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Baddog, back with another New York Yankee video. And why I continue to watch this pathetic bunch of ragtag AAA cast-offs is beyond me. I guess that's what a fan does. But I told you guys, the NBA players are starting to wrap it up. I want to do more Yankee content on this channel, no matter how good or bad they are. I know that it seems like every video I do is bashing this team, and it's because they don't give me anything good to talk about. They just don't. There's nothing good to talk about when it comes to the New York Yankees. Everything that they do sucks. Everything. I can't do it. They haven't won 6 in a row. It's not like their offense has gotten hot and they're finding the rhythm. I want to make those videos. I want to make the videos where, hey, the Yankees are looking good. They won 6, 7 in a row. They're making a run at it. They're starting to come together as a team. I probably mentioned this in another video, and I know somebody mentioned it. The Yankees aren't a team. They're just a collection of ball players. They're all individuals. There's no chemistry. There's no unity. That's a locker room thing. That's a clubhouse thing, and that starts with the manager. Aaron Boone's just a terrible manager. He sucks. The guy's not a baseball guy. He's a puppet. He's an analytical puppet. He's garbage. He's not a baseball man. So, this team's got no chemistry, no unity whatsoever. They don't look like they're having any fun, and I guess when you're a terrible team, you're not going to look like you're having any fun. But they don't. They don't look like they're having any fun at all. And I mentioned this at the beginning of the year. I said, if you watch the way the Knicks are playing, the Knicks were enjoying one another. They were having a good time. They had a lot of chemistry. And they were legitimately looking like they were having fun on the court. The Yankees don't look like they're ever having fun. The Yankees look like they're going through the motions, already mailed it in this season, and are collecting a paycheck. They lose last night to the Boston Red Sox, 4-0. 3 freaking hits is all they can muster up. And they have not beaten Boston this entire season. They are 0-7 against Boston. They were 5-15 against Boston and Tampa Bay. They are 17-25. They're only 6-4 against Baltimore. 6-4. Baltimore is 28-61. The Yankees have won 6 out of 10. I mentioned on Instagram last night, okay? I feel bad for the pitchers. We don't have the greatest pitching staff ever. You know, we're not the 1970 or 71 Orioles. It was 69 Orioles. I think it was a 71 Orioles. I could be wrong. They had 4 20-game winners. We're not that team. You know, the Yankees don't have a bunch of aces. They have one ace. They have a bunch of guys that are kind of coming off injuries. They're question marks. But for the most part, outside of Jameson Taillon, they've done pretty good. Not much Jordan Montgomery could do. I feel bad for the kid. They haven't scored a freaking run in the guy's last 5 starts. Okay, it's been over a month they haven't scored a run for him. How the hell is Jordan Montgomery supposed to win? How are any of these pitchers supposed to win? I feel bad for the pitchers. The pitchers got to be going out there every night saying, I can't give up a damn run. Because if I do, there's a good chance you lose a game. If I give up 2 runs, I'm probably going to take the loss. That's not fair to the pitching staff. Jordan Montgomery had 1 hiccup in an inning that was opened up by a missed play in left field by Brett Gardner. Then he gave up a home run. The game was over. That was it. That was it. As soon as the Red Sox went up 3-0, you knew the game was over. It's one thing to be losing to other teams, but when you're the Yankees and you can't beat the freaking Red Sox, you need to be ashamed of yourself. This is the biggest rivalry in sports. There isn't a question about it. I know people could say Ohio State, Michigan. They can say whatever. Cowboys, Washington, Eagles, Giants. Sanford, the Giants and the Dodgers. No. It's the Yankees, Red Sox. This goes back over 100 years since they traded for Babe Ruth. Or I bought Babe Ruth, whatever it was, okay? It's over 100 years. It goes back to 1918. In 103 years, this rivalry's been heated. It's embarrassing. You can't beat the Red Sox. And not only are you not beating them, they're shutting you out and embarrassing you in every game. You would think at some point this team would figure it out. They'd have some kind of closed-door meeting. They would get a little fired up and do something different. They don't. Every game, it's the same thing, and the definition of insanity, let's do the same thing over and over and over and over again and expect different results. This team was piss poor last year after the first game of the season when they lost to Toronto. And they were, I don't remember what they were for runners and scores. It was terrible. I went on Instagram. I said it's going to be a long season. I got bashed. Oh, you don't one game. Blah, blah, blah. Nah. See, I've been a Yankee fan since 1984. And if I know any sport, it's baseball. And if I know any team, it's the Yankees. I know what this team is. You got all the analytical people. Oh, the OPS. Oh, Gary Sanchez is found. Oh, yeah. Gary Sanchez has found it. Oh, he's going to be the man. No, he's 2 for his last 32. He had a hot streak because that's just what he is. That's what the entire team is. All or nothing. There is no consistency. And people want to overlook batting average, and they want to look at analytics, and they want to look at home runs, and they want to look at OPS, they want to look at all this. Well, batting average is important. I don't know when batting average didn't become important. I don't know who the hell decided it wasn't. Batting average shows consistency. That's why it's a triple crown category. It shows consistency. It's very important. On-base percentage is very important. This team does nothing well. Nothing. They don't run the bases well. They don't field well. They don't hit and run. They go station to station. They don't make contact. My God, there's nothing that they do well. This team's making over $200 million, and they can't figure it out. I mean, what the hell? There is no fixing this team. I hear about Joey Gallo. I'd rather have Frazier from Pittsburgh, right? Frazier would be perfect. The guy's a contact hitter. He's a 320 hitter, whatever he's hitting over there in Pittsburgh. But the Yankees won't do that. They'll take a Joey Gallo. We got to have Joey Gallo. He's a lefty. He strikes out 35% of the times and they get the ball over the moon. We don't have enough of those players on the team. Giancarlo Stanton, bang-up job, but he have 3 strikeouts and ground into a double play. This is one of the most frustrating seasons I've seen. Seriously. Not since the Kevin Moss, Danny Tartable, Mel Hall, Jesse Barfield, Deion James days, right? Mike Gallego, Steve Sachs, Jack Clark. Not since these days do I remember such a piss-poor Yankee team. Things have to change. Brian Cashman can't keep his job. Last year they were 33-27. This year now they're 46-44. They're 8 games over 500 pretty much in an entire season if you go back to last year. That ain't getting it done with this collection of players. Cashman put this together. He's responsible for it. Aaron Boone, the team don't play baseball correctly. He's to blame for that. The analytical department, you're trash. Trash. Worse than baseball. Worse than baseball. Terrible. Scouting department, awful. God awful. We don't develop our own players. Not since the dynasty Yankees were any good players developed here. Very few. We're talking about Trey Ambergy coming up. And listen, I'm not going to root against Trey. I hope that he kills it, right? But they're making a big deal about this. The kid will be 27 in 3 months. There's a reason the guy was in the minor leagues for that long. He's not good. With all the injuries that happened to our outfield, and he couldn't make it up, they had Miguel Andujar. He's not even a left fielder. You know, with Stanton, he can't play. Hicks is on the 60-day IL. And Ambergy couldn't even get to the team until all the guys got knocked out with COVID. The Yankees have a problem hyping up these prospects. They've been doing it ever since the Ruben Rivera days, Ricky LeDay. Like, I remember all these guys. And that wasn't Cashman didn't draft those guys. But they've been doing this. Phil Hughes, Ian Kennedy, Jabba Chamberlain. How many guys are they going to pump up that end up being nothing? Greg Bird, huh? How about Greg Bird? Greg Bird even playing anywhere? Is it AAA in Colorado? All these guys are going to be great. And they all stink. We don't have a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We don't have a Fernando Tatis Jr. We don't have those guys. We don't have a Mike Trout. We don't come close to developing our own players. We don't have a Ronald Acuna, an Ozzie Albies. We don't have these guys. Why? Because our front office sucks. And when your front office sucks, the rest of your team's going to suck. There's not much you can do about it. But another embarrassing loss to Boston. We're 0-7 against the Red Sox. And as Yankee fans, obviously you're not happy about that. Not happy about the way they've played the entire season. And if you're a Yankee ball player, you really ought to be ashamed of yourself. And you need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and figure out why the hell I ain't doing my job. DJ LeMahieu, I'm going to get out of here because this video is going on 11 minutes. I love DJ LeMahieu. I was so happy when they signed him back. You want to talk about a massive disappointment? Been a massive disappointment. Massive. The guy should have won MVP 2 years ago, won a batting title last year, and this year, he's average. Can't have the guy being average. He's our one guy that he's going to make contact and hit the button. He hasn't done it. Why Marcus Timms is still a part of this team, I have no idea. If you're going to start with somebody firing people, the hitting coach needs to go. 11 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Yankees pissed me off. Another loss to Boston. See if they win tonight. It's bad diggity dizzle. I'm out. Peace.